So let's jump into our number one gaming news, and that is China has set new regulations for gaming curfews for minors. Now, this is kind of interesting in terms of a government standpoint. So let me read this quote right here from the article from BBC. So this is the new regulation from China, which reads this. Gamers under 18 will be banned from playing online between the hours of, for those who don't know military time, 10 o'clock p.m. to 8 a.m., right? They will also be restricted, and this is the interesting part, they will also be restricted to 90 minutes of gaming on weekdays and 3 hours on weekends and holidays. So, before we talk about this, there's also some more regulations, and let me read them. They're all my notes. Time regulations, 90 minutes, but also spending limits, right? So when we talk about spending limits, even on microtransactions or anything like that, you'll have an account as a minor, and you will have a certain amount of money to spend per month. So if you're between the ages of 8 and 16, you're only allowed to spend $29 per month. And if you're ages 16 to 18, you have $60 per month. Now, past the age of 18, you're an adult. Go spend your money away. But, let's talk about this. About the time limits, about the spending limits, the whole thing in China. What are your thoughts openly?
I think that the time restrictions, like the 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. and even the spending ones are good because there are so many kids who are just stealing their parents' credit card and putting it in.
Yeah.
And so that at least helps the parents a little bit. But as far as the 90 minutes and then the 3 hours on weekends and holidays, I think that's too much. I mean, I even think when parents say, all right, you get 3 hours of screen time a day.
Yeah.
That's a little much for me. I don't think that stuff matters quite as much. I think that's more of the household's need.
Right.
But as far as the government helping out regulate this stuff, I think that's okay. 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., I think is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like 10 p.m. is late enough. I went to bed at 10 p.m. in high school.
And I think the 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. rule, I don't have the biggest problem about.
No.
I don't.
It keeps them off any like handheld devices in school.
Yeah.
Because they're... Oh, no, they are allowed.
No, they are allowed.
Yeah, they're allowed.
In school hours, they are.
Never mind. Ignore me.
It's just the time limits during the day, 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
I feel like that's more up to the parents.
Yeah, and it's not about... And this is the issue that comes into play, is that it should be the parentals... It should be the parents' control, not the government's control.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the government should regulate that, like, any systems that are sold in China need to have something for parents to sign on and make restrictions.
Yeah.
You know, something so that it's still regulated by China saying, like, parents need to have restrictions on them.
Yeah.
Or that so parents can put restrictions, but I think it should be up to the parents to put those restrictions in.
And that's the problem I see with this, is that it gives the government power where it should be the parents' power. And that's just weird to me. Like, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Our dog went away. He went upstairs.
He thinks that the door is open, but he's trapped down here with us.
He hears my cousin walking upstairs. So, but yeah, there's a lot to take away from this, but in our opinion, I think we think it should be the parents' job to put on the spending limit. It should be the parents' job for the time restriction. It should not be the government's problem. And I think the government only is stepping into play because they are the second largest video game country in the world. Like, there's a lot of video game quote unquote addiction. We have an episode about that. Episode 4. So way back when.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, way back when. But yeah, it's interesting in terms of government, but I think it really comes down to what the parents want and not what the government wants.
Yeah.
But I understand why China like the country of China is doing it.
Yeah.
But it's still just like, do they have that place?
Yeah.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's another thing you can write in the comments down below. What are your thoughts about this whole China thing? Do they have rights to take away gaming time? Can you write down God bless America because we have the freedom to destroy our lives the way we wanted to? God bless America. Go Green Party.